Hi everybody, I'm Krystian from Trace 5 and welcome to the 6th game from the Euros. As mentioned previously, for this game we teamed up with Neo ReadingGrid, who were so kind to provide us with a live commentary that was recorded while this game was broadcasted on their channel. And so we're gonna actually play the live commentary for this game. One thing to consider is that we are going to use a different viewpoint from the one that was broadcasted. We set up a second camera on the opposite side of the table, so every time the commentators talk about the left player, they actually mean the right player, and every time they talk about the top, they actually mean the bottom. Anyways, you will figure it out. And for this game, the commentators will be me and FOX. So, pass Krystian, take it away.
Hello! Hi everybody, I'm Krystian from Trace 5.
And I'm Alex, or otherwise known as FF0X.
And welcome to this another exciting round from the top 16 in the European Championships 2018. So we have two very exciting players here. So on the right we have Chris Dyer, reading furiously. He has 2 minutes to read the deck list of his opponent right now.
Yeah, and on the left side we have Asger Sorensen, reading his opponent's deck list. And from the looks of it, Asger will be corping and Chris will be running.
Yeah, it looks like this. So I'm actually watching some games of Asger. He's playing the dreaded CI.
Oh, it's not dreaded. I think it's actually quite nice to still see that CI has some punch to throw around. After all, we've seen 5 different Wayland IDs in the top cut, I believe.
Well, yeah. I've been reading the chat. There's like the opinions are very divided about whether Moons is a good thing or a bad thing for Netrunner, or CI is a good thing and bad for Netrunner. But anyways, yeah, so he will be playing CI and his opponent Chris Dyer will be playing Val. And so the idea is that whoever wins this game gets to play against a German player.
Ooh, I guess that's going to be Dom from Berlin.
Yes, that's it. That's right. So Doma made it. He's kind of like dropped down, and then he has a chance to come back to the tournament, to the finals, if he is able to defeat the winner of this game. And of course, one of the guys here also has a chance to get back into the finals.
Yes.
So that's going to be really exciting. Do you know anything about the decks that those guys are playing? I mean, I saw Asger's deck that's kind of like CI with Moons and lots of combo stuff, but what is Chris playing?
I haven't seen any particular lists or haven't seen him play.
Yeah.
But I do think it's just basically a good stuff. Well,
yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
But so we're probably going to see a turtle and a turning wheel pretty soon.
Yeah.
At least that's what he's hoping for, I guess, against CI.
And that's how it works these days. Yeah. So how about that? So yeah, we saw your exciting game in the first round, Alex.
Thanks. That was a lot of fun.
It was furious. It was a beautiful final turn that almost looked as if it was boom ending, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
In a twist. That was really nice.
Quite twist indeed. Anyway, I was just handed the deck list of Chris Dyer.
Yeah.
And apparently it's just good stuff what you expect out of Well.
Okay.
Where there's some choices that are different than others, but it looks really, really solid.
Yep.
Well, and apparently it is very solid, otherwise it wouldn't be here.
Yes, Chris tends to play good decks.
And he plays them very good too.
Yeah, that's kind of like a very, very effective combo, right? So you want to see what Chris is playing?
No, Asger.
That's Asger's, right. So that's CI, it's Asger's CI. Yeah, we're mixing up the lists here, sorry about that.
So we're going to see...
Yeah, I mean, there's like 5 3-pointers, right? And then 3 Project Vitruvius going on here.
Yeah, and then basic fast advanced tools like Biotic and Jeeves. And he also plays Blacklist, probably against all the heat breakers. So this could be
Blacklist. Yeah,
interesting.
That's fine, yeah.
And then the main scoring is probably going to be fast advancing or using Lakshmi Smart Fabrics.
Yeah, so that's...
And let's see, Chris is playing Employee Strike, so Lakshmi might actually do some work in this game.
Okay, let's see about that. So the game is already beginning, and the handshake has happened. All right, so there's...
First turn starts, and...
So what kind of ice are these guys running? I guess they're like really cheap ice from what I saw, right?
You run Architect, you probably run Vanilla, Tour Guide, Enigma.
Yeah. So something that's not that expensive to rest, you're not really taxing people out with your expensive ice, but it's the Sandberg that later does the damage, right?
Exactly. Because with the Sandberg, everything gets really, really expensive, especially when you use the Anarch breakers, where you have to pump for quite substantial amount of money. But Chris is preparing for that right now with his liberated accounts.
Yeah.
And so he's probably just preparing a little and
drawing
see
some
what
cards.
he gets for setting up.
Just setting up there. Not much on board right now, not much to trash. So might just as well get some money and wait for those assets to come in. Man, that's a bit of a glare thing, but that's worth an ultraviolet clearance.
Yes.
There's no level in there, right? Wait, was it?
No, there's no level in
There's
there.
no level, okay.
The card box is too small for an extra level.
There was no place for levels.
But it's a really good card. It's still going strong in CI. It allows you to draw lots of cards, make the same amount of money, get the free install, which can fire back in case you only have agendas left to install.
I mean, those things were always very popular in CIs because they give you cards and they give you money. Something at CIs both once. So Chris gets out the turning wheel and now he can start like checking stuff. Maybe he gets some counters on them. Not expecting any punishing eyes there, so he
Architect
can
is pretty punishing.
Yes, but not in a way that you lose your board state. In a way that the opponent runs away with their board state, so to speak.
Yeah, but it's too free installed, so it is a bit like running away with the board stake.
So you would say that maybe that was a bit of a bold move here?
But yeah, not really. I mean, you need to keep CI spending their money so they can't hold that many cards. You need to build pressure so you know what breaker to look for.
Yep.
And even just to know what kind of opponent you're facing. I mean, how does he spread his eyes? Is it an end run in front of HQ? Maybe that means there's already interesting stuff on HQ. If he puts the architect there, maybe he doesn't care too much about the stuff that's in hand.
Yeah, that's true. So we see an Enigma on HQ, so that tells us that maybe that there's actually some interesting stuff on HQ that Asger doesn't want Chris to access.
Yeah, and losing a click is huge. I mean, if Chris needs the 4 credits from Liberate account next turn, for example, then
especially
he doesn't have them.
Yeah. So already building a remote here with an ice installed in front of an asset or an agenda, probably some kind of asset, in this case Lakshmi or something like this, right?
I don't think it's Lakshmi. I do think it's a Rashida.
Oh, that could be that's a good idea. Yeah.
It's a much more potent asset at the moment, and it basically is the replacement for violet level clearance that was banned for good reason, and I do think Rashida is actually a little better. Oh, but it is a moon.
Oh, it's moons. Okay, that's fine. So that is a tour guide in front. It has one subroutine now because there's one asset installed right now. And getting out the turtles on Chris' side and getting through the tour guide and trashing the moons without any counters on it.
Yeah, that's helpful. So at least now we know what restricted card he's on, which is moons. Granted, we could have just looked at the list, but well, it was kind of obvious.
I mean, yeah, sure. You always play ones in these kind of asset spammy decks, and now Chris is more. He treasure Rashida from R&D.
Yeah, but that's cheap with a bad pup, and Asger is fairly low on money, so he has a lot of cards. So he might just click for 4 credits.
Yes. Wow, that's loud here. I can't even hear myself right now. Okay, so
he just clicked for 3 credits, I think.
Yeah.
Is it the 5er? I don't know.
Not sure. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah. We talked about this previously. A lot of people in chat are confused about his tokens. I think the orange ones are the 3 credit tokens.
Oh yeah.
He has really big red ones. These are 5 credit tokens. All right. Chris runs on archives once and twice, I guess, to get 2 counters on this. I guess he wants to get through the Enigma, then draws and probably will run an HQ.
Yeah, and last click. Run HQ for free with a bad pup.
That's a good idea.
And
you could even see 2 cards now with his turntable, but he wants to save those tokens, I guess. Another tour guide.
It's a good card. It's that I didn't get the current plate.
I'm not sure myself either.
I'm assuming it's a scarcity since it's on Asger's side of the table.
Yeah, we see a scarcity of resources, 3 copies of it in his deck list. So, probably.
Yeah, scarcity is just a strong card.
It would be a good play here at this point as well. There's like not many resources out there yet, and Chris is probably likely to install more.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment it's still easy to get into servers, which might change significantly now. And we have the second moon already on the table.
Yeah, and
loaded up with 2 counters.
Yeah. there we go. Now we begin, and the tour guides also have now 3 subroutines, so that's 3 credits to get
Not
through.
yet.
Because they have to be rest, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he might spend money or not, but he just rather
pops
uses
the
the
moons,
moon
yeah.
that way. And
Clusterfox says I should say hi to you.
oh, thanks. Yeah, it's a shame that he's not here.
Yeah.
He was a good chap last year. It's always nice to meet him in
Get the second
tournaments.
Fox. So we saw a run on R&D, and finally there's the first score. That is the Project Vitruvius. Getting rid of the scarcity of resources. I think Chris Dyer will be very happy about this one.
But does he have a lot of clicks left? I don't think so, right? He's done with his turn, so he can't exploit it by installing extra resources. So maybe we just see another scarcity. Oh wait, it's a run on HQ.
No, there's still stuff
I really
happening.
should pay more attention to the video.
Oh, it's very difficult. There's so much happening. All right, so now let's see another tour guide. Is that tour guide? I think it's tour guide.
I think it's tour guide. And
Man.
so maybe it probably is the same. Because now he plays 3.
It's a skill to recognize those cards just by images, and they're so tiny, right?
Especially if there's a little glare.
Ah, yeah.
So
Okay,
another
Violet.
ultraviolet. So at least there's 1 turn without scarcity for Chris. And maybe Asger will save the next scarcity just to get rid of the employee strike.
Yeah.
Depending on what he has on the board already and if he can score with it.
Yeah. All right. So what do you think are the 2 face-down cards here? What do you think
I
they could be?
think it's a mix between Turtlebacks and Maryland campaigns.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, Turtlebacks would be really nice.
And he didn't rest them because they cost 2 credits and they didn't do a lot. Maryland campaign he probably would have rest just to force a run.
Yeah.
So I guess it's Turtlebacks or maybe even Lakshmi.
That
I
could
don't
be.
know.
Yeah, no, we don't know. There's lots of things that you could have installed there.
Yeah, the Sandbug's still 4 to trash, so it's
Yeah.
expensive. Maybe he just wants to res it when Chris face plants into an architect.
But it's not like the CI has a lot of recursion, right? They do have, I think, do they have the thing that recurs, the operation?
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
archive memories for starters?
No.
Or, well, the only recursion I see is Project Vitruvius and Architect in this list.
Yeah.
So there's no archive memories, there's no team sponsorship for other assets.
All right, yeah, he could over Valencia and Vitruvius. That would be probably a good way to recur if he wants to really recur.
Yeah, and if he has Jeeves out, which
Okay,
is another
now-
possible install.
Chris is now checking the cards. That's good. Okay, so that's a Lakshmi. And Asger was considering maybe raising something else to get counters on it, but Chris trashes it anyway.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah,
He could only protect the Vitruvius with it, and he has eyes in front of HQ that Chris will spend a lot of money on. So
Something I find fascinating is that Chris has already so many counters assembled on his turtle and on his turning wheel. So that's really good. Getting a lot of value out of here. He will see. He will be able to make really nice multi-axis runs later on.
yeah, that's true. Especially HQ will fill up with agendas at a point.
Yeah.
So getting rid of Lakshmis before.
Now we have absolutely no idea what card this is. This is just a white rectangle.
Yeah, I think it's nice.
Could be. It's amazing. I never saw a glare that hardcore. Maybe if they. Oh, have you seen this? Oh, it was something round. Okay, there's a huge axis on HQ. What was it? Oh, it's a vanilla.
Oh. Fair enough.
It's a vanilla.
So easy to res, easy to break. So just taxing some money.
Yeah, sure. And later on, when they get the Sandberg out, that's going to be a very annoying thing to break.
Yeah.
Good stuff. 6 grids on the turtle. Tokens.
Yep. And the same amount, or is it 7 on the turning wheel?
No, I think it's also 6.
So at least now with the extra vanilla, he will impose a 1 credit tax on Chris when he runs last click on HQ, which I think is still worth it.
Yeah,
For
sure.
1 access, maybe a total counter, which is almost nothing at the moment,
Yeah,
unless Sandberg's rest.
There's no reason not to poke around. The runs are not really taxing right now, so why not? Yeah, and he still even has 4 credits on the Liberated account.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a perch. That's a perch. If I ever saw one.
Yeah, it's interesting because you can spend some time loading it out on archives again. Or just run archive twice take credit, run HQ again or something.
Okay, so this is the turtle backs that we talked about.
Yep.
Not trashing it though, waiting for you for it to trash.
Choosing on charge.
Yeah.
Where it's taken off charge?
And he's just loading up turtle counters and taking money.
Alright.
And if he doesn't trash turtle backs, the extra counter is helpful too. And now he can run HQ again and just poke around really.
Alright, so another poke on HQ here, a big access here. Oh, dang.
That's an elective upgrade, isn't it?
Yeah, that puts him at 5 points. Asger is really struggling here now because his winning stuff is not showing up. He can build up the board state.
Yeah, I mean, Asger has, he only plays 8 agendas, but it's rough, really.
I was shocked something fell over and I thought it was my camera, which is also recording this game.
Oh, nice.
From the other perspective. All right.
So, yeah, but Asger is in a really rough spot.
Yeah.
With the turtle gaining counters left, right, and center, it's really hard to protect servers in any kind of meaningful way.
Yeah.
So it could very well be that we get a deep dig on R&D relatively soon with just the turning wheel. He doesn't even need the indexing. And when you look at the board, against CI, apparently you only need the turtle and the turning wheel.
I guess, yeah.
And some money.
Turtles are way more effective than I ever thought they would ever be at playing this game. You would think that a turtle is not good at running. But clearly, it's the best way to run.
But it's not running, it's swimming.
I guess. Grab shell, dude. Alright, so running on HQ.
So he just bounces twice.
Oh, wow. It's charging up.
Then a strike.
And that's what you talked about. That's the...
And run on HQ again.
Yeah.
Pays a credit.
Those value last click runs through Enigma.
Yeah.
And so maybe he will see like the entire HQ now. Does he go for the win here?
No. He doesn't.
Just
there's
waits.
no need
rush.
to.
No need to rush, right?
He might win right now, but if he doesn't, that's a scarcity, isn't it?
Yeah, that's scarcity.
So one of the plays Chris had available here.
Yeah.
Put down the strike and load up turning wheel counters to make sure that when Asger discards, he can go into HQ again for the agendas.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
And see all the cards in HQ. And he only needs one more agenda to win.
Yeah.
So he gets to see all the cards in HQ, and if it's Asger's Bindby agendas, he just checks archives later.
Yeah, so that's
so even if there's one agenda in hand, Asger will lose if he doesn't get rid of the strike in a way.
So this could have been a really good strategy, but we saw now Asger has the scarcity of resources, so he can replay the events on his turn.
Or he could just biotic out Vitruvius.
I mean, he could. Alright, so there's the turtles going up. The different kind of turtle, the turtle backs.
Yes.
The evil turtles.
It's basically the skin turtle.
Alright, so then installing a card, an asset.
More turtle backs.
More turtle backs.
I think Chris is going for the deep dig on HQ.
Yeah.
If nothing happens.
Oh, so that is the advanced assembly lines?
Yeah, so he just leaves the strike. Oh, he doesn't.
No. Interesting, he rests the assembly lines, but he doesn't use it?
He just wanted the money.
Okay. I mean, he could pop it and install something to get even more money, right?
Yes. Question is, what will he install and where? He can't use it during a run, so...
Yeah, okay, now he pops it. Okay, good.
Yeah, so it could be a Sandberg to keep him out, maybe. No.
Maybe. At this point, he does have a lot of money. I mean, there's like, what, so 3 times... Oh god, now the counting begins. I'm on team ban 3 credits as well.
Yeah. Only Chris is using the 3 credits, right?
Chris is not using 3. Oh yeah, he also is. Both are using...
No. So Asger is using the 5s and Chris is using the 3s, from the look of it.
You are absolutely right. This is a
So Asger is at 24
orange.
and Chris is at 4. Which is slightly disadvantaged, but it might just be enough.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's an agenda in Asger's hand, so he's probably not too happy about the access at the moment.
The pink wall. That's a Langspiel.
Yeah. So Chris might be thinking about trashing it.
Yeah.
And he does.
He does. Okay, yeah. It will just cause troubles when it's installed later on.
Yeah. I mean, since he read the deck list up front, he knows there's one more Lakshmi.
Yeah, one more Lakshmi left, and that's kind of like a huge important thing for Asger to protect his agendas with, right?
Oh, yes.
And also, it's like not just Lakshmi, he has to Lakshmi installed, but also other stuff installed and rest to get Lakshmi counters that he also needs. So Asger is kind of like still on the back foot here. He does now have a monetary engine with those turtles.
He might just need to biotic out an agenda at a point.
Yeah, maybe.
Or start building a remote.
Oh look, there's a second employee strike. Right?
Yeah, I believe it is.
All right, so now having...
Or is that the heap of Chris? Because there's...
No, because we don't see the scarcity, so he must have overwritten it. So we see 2 servers now.
Now I think you will see the deck on HQ with a turning wheel.
Oh yeah, so now if the employee strike stays, that means Asger will have to discard a lot of stuff now.
I think he just did.
So that's why I guess he vomited all the cards out because he wanted to maybe save some.
Yeah.
So I would maybe say one of the cards is I
think the Vitruvius is on the remote.
Yeah, and maybe another one there we're gonna see the Sandberg.
And I do think the tour guide will be protecting the remote.
Chris has no money, is that true?
Yeah, he just has one bad pub.
Yeah.
So if he takes a credit, runs HQ, finds nothing, then it's a huge win for Asger because then he can score the Vitruvius in the remote, clear the strike, and get back into the game. And Chris is still going to be poor. If Chris can, I don't know, Stimhag one of the turtlebacks. Oh, well, you could just Stimhag the remote, really.
No, he just runs, takes checks.
2 credits and run.
Yeah. How much else do you need? With a tour guide, so you can just get... Oh, there's Lakshmi.
Get a counter and a tour guide.
There we go.
Right.
So we can get through with a bad pub technically, but he cannot trash then afterwards.
Yeah, he can get through, can't trash it. And he now has the counters to protect the Vitruvius in his hand.
Yeah, that's good. That's big for Asger, a huge breakthrough. Although he has the employee strike on him, so he has to discard a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, but he has Rashida he can use, get money, get credits, get cards. Maybe he finds another scarcity. Maybe he can biotic out an agenda now. There's so many possibilities open to him now.
Yeah.
While Chris is hard pressed to, he's still set up fairly well with 5 points.
The last agenda is often the one that is most difficult to score, right?
Yeah, because there's less of them left in the deck.
That's how it works. That's logic.
Yeah, but then again, there's lots of more cards in the bin and on the table, so it might even get easier. But anyway, I think Asger really starts to move now. I don't think it's a combo deck of any kind, so he really needs to...
All right, advanced assembly lines. Yeah, getting those counters on Lakshmi, getting those credits. Oh, Chris Dyer is a bit of a dire position, so to speak, when it comes to
a little bit.
Comes to his credit count. That's the only big problem here. He has so many counters on the turning wheel. I mean, like a huge run on R&D would probably just secure him the victory at this point, right?
If he can get through.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we know that Chris is playing 3 strikes.
Yeah.
But if Asger is, let's say, installing a Sandberg and the other tour guide remote.
Yeah. Oh, see?
Well, that's just random stuff somewhere, maybe a Jeeves or something.
Yeah. He wouldn't protect it. He will probably install a Sandberg once he draws into that remote.
Yeah, and he plays 2 of them,
yeah.
I think. So that should help a lot once he gets them.
2 Sandbergs? There's 2 Sandbergs? I thought it would be 3.
Huh, no, 2 Sandbergs.
Interesting.
And now he preps for the choice of Omar when it comes to a rebirth. So it's no easy access on HQ without money.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
And Chris is poor, and Asger's rich.
Wow, that prediction, spot on. Love it. All right, so we're running on HQ.
Yeah,
no, bouncing.
bouncing for turning wheel. I think it's on 12 counters now. So Stimhack R&D is now. So he just checked if it's a Sandberg, and he can break everything he has in the deck with a Stimhack money.
Raising for additional tour guide counters, because the outer one is a
but
tour
he
guide.
gets Lakshmi counters. I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
he gets it for the eyes as well.
About it. It's fine.
No, it's not.
It's not fine, but it might be fine because it doesn't matter anyway, right?
No, he can use the counters to protect the agendas in R&D.
You are correct. Yes,
assuming he has some in hand.
Yeah. We don't have any direct line to the judges.
Now Chris points out the Lakshmi counters.
Oh, good. Oh man. Oh, you also get the Lakshmi counters for ice, right?
Yes. So that helps a lot.
That helps indeed.
And now we'll see if Asger actually has agendas in his hand, because if not, I'm fairly certain Chris will win with this Stimhack on R&D.
Right. It really depends on how many agendas he has on hand. And if he has agendas on hand, then Chris will know that there's agendas on hand.
Yes.
So, So that's
I mean, he can't steal them this turn, but he can go in for it another time.
So now we're getting the Lakshmi counters now. So we see that server R&D is like tour guides and 2 architects.
Yeah, so if Asger spends all his counters and shows an SSL, an elective, and a Project Vitruvius from hand,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 additional cards.
So he keeps some in HQ just to make sure. I think this is over.
This might be it. If there's no Lakshmi thing, then there we go. A 1, a 2, a 3. Now there's thinking.
Maybe a trash.
4, 5. There we go.
And that's it.
That is it, ladies and gentlemen.
Very well played.
Chris Dyer
and there's
wins
the
this
2
game.
Vitruvius on hand, where which he doesn't need to protect.
Yeah, because there's already a third one scored. Bad position for Asger here. Chris Dyer was able to confine the insanity that CI often spins out into.
So next round is probably going to be Chris against Dominic again, right?
Yeah, second time.
Nice.
So Chris will be carping, is that true? No. Yes? Chris will be carping? Okay, so Chris will be carping on the next turn, and
versus Val.
Chris also has CTM, right? Okay, so CTM versus Val is going to be the next round. We're going to have Dome from Berlin, a German player here, playing against Chris Dyer.
Yeah, last German remaining in the cut.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. I hope you will tune in a couple of minutes while we're setting up. See you in a bit.
See you.